sound on so I don't forget.
3 minutes until showtime.
3 minutes.
Excuse me, tell me if you see what I just typed in Restream.
Yeah, we're not live yet. In other words, we're looking at the posty things. I have to go over to the other one to see if we are.
Alright, I just didn't know if you could see what I typed in the Restream yet.
Sound on so I don't forget.
3
What the
minutes
hell?
until showtime.
3 minutes.
Excuse me, tell me if you see what
Okay. I forgot to put my sound down.
Open!
Alright. What won't open?
The watch party thing. Start a watch party. Come on.
Alright.
You're being naughty.
Alright, here we go. Now anything you type in Restream should pop up here. Because now we're on the live.
2 minutes
Alright.
until showtime.
Alright, let me... Okay. Yeah, type anything in Restream. I'm gonna see if I can keep track of it this way. Nothing yet.
See me yet?
There you are.
Alright, good.
Welcome and thanks for joining us tonight.
Good. So the first one didn't go through, but now this one
Yeah,
did.
this
So
one
good.
did. Hold on, let me move this down. Or I move that up.
1 minute until showtime.
Move this over. And up. There. There we go. Alright, let me go here and take this. 36 seconds.
Watch party.
Oh, you too far away from your meter?
Oh, crud, yes.
25 seconds.
Crud. Otis, come on! Odie!
Show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Love Talk Radio.
Let's turn this puppy up.
This is Susan Swanbeck, CEO of the Network Network protected by Creative Commons license.
For the next 2 fun-filled hours, get ready to learn something new, be inspired, enlightened, spooked, helped, laugh, cry, and be awakened. And now, your host of Awakening the Unknown. You never know what these two will be up to next. So please welcome Susan Swanbeck
Hey, everybody.
and Michelle Sullivan.
Hey there, how the hell there?
Hi, everybody.
Are you guys excited for Healing Sundays?
I know we are. Big time.
Last week we went over the root chakra. This week we're gonna go over the solar plexus, but we're gonna start the show the same way we do every week. We're gonna balance all of your chakras now. We're going to talk about the solar plexus, some of the symptoms, what you can do to help them, and then we'll go to break, and then we'll balance all the chakras again after break, and we're going to continue on with the rest of the show. So, and don't forget, Susan Swanbeck ATU is in the process of changing the name over to
Yes.
Corals Crystals.
That's right, guys. So
Yeah.
we will be able to be found. Don't worry, we're not going
Yeah,
anywhere.
so we're in the process of changing it over. So, all right. So without further ado, we're going to start right off. And for those of you that are watching us on all of our live streams, Michelle does have the hand Mendoras.
Yes, I
As
do.
we do each bowl, okay? As we
Lock and
do
ready.
each bowl here, guys. Because what we're doing is we are going to work from the root up to the crown chakra, okay? So remember the colors. We have red, orange, yellow, green. We have indigo. Sorry, red. Oh, God, Jesus, excuse me. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet.
That's right.
Those are the colors. Remember to spin clockwise. Your clockwise, not mine. Spin your chakra clockwise, okay? Whatever a clock looks like standing up over your head. Remember to do that, okay? So we're going to start right now and get some banging chakras on. I know we have a caller on hold, but let's get these chakras balanced, and then we're going to work on your solar plexus
Right,
today.
so we're going to get to that caller, guys.
Yeah.
Well, we just hang there with us.
Yeah.
We like to start off with getting everybody's chakras off with a bang, and then we're going to get to the nitty gritty of a caller
Yeah.
and what the solar plexus chakra is all about. Okay?
Good evening, Patrick.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Now, we're only here at the Monsters, you know what I mean? Here at the Adams family. Good evening.
All right, so is everybody ready to get their chakras balanced, get everything calm?
Okay,
This
guys.
is what we're doing. Don't forget, we can see you. Your comments will appear on the live stream. This way, it gives me an easier
index.
time keeping track of the blog talk and the live stream at the same time.
It's going to be the thumb and the index fingers right on your hands, on your knees, and the chakra sound is LAM.
Now, I'm not going to stop. So those that are watching are going to have to keep track of her signals.
Mhm.
We'll see how she does, because I might be skipping around to confuse her, because it's fun.
I'm just going to do it. You know what? I'm just going to go by the directions.
All right. Remember, we start at the root of the issue, your energy center. We talked all about it last week. Here we go. feel better.
We did what?
I feel good.
We did the root last week?
Yeah, we did the root.
So it's the sacral?
The sacral chakra.
Sacral.
Sacral chakra is what we're doing. I mean, we do have a call on the line. And we are going to get to that call. So how you guys feeling now? I mean, we went from the root, we went all the way up, and of course I always double up on the crystal bowls because I really like the crystal. The Tibetan is really good, but there's something about the energy of crystals with me. I really enjoy them. So we are going to, get to Note D, which is the sacral chakra this week. Remember, the color is orange.
And the word sound, the seed sound is VAM.
Remember, the A is M. The A is longer. It's VAM. So it's VAM. You don't have to sound as opportune as me, but you do. You're dealing with the element of water, sexuality, and creativity. This is your creative center. Creative center. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to take this call and find out if this caller has any questions about the sacral chakra. We haven't really given much information yet, but we'll find out what's going on. Okie dokie. Hi, you're live on the air with the ATU Network. What is your name, honey?
Hi, caller. How are you?
Hi, my name is Keisha from Arizona.
Hey, Keisha, how you doing? Getting your chakras on today?
Having an issue with it?
Yeah, and then I think the second sound really got to me. So is that the sacral?
That's the sacral chakra. Yeah, we're going to be going over a lot of information about your sacral chakra. We're going to throw a little psychology in there. We're also going to be giving you some tips and tricks to keep you going as well.
What is your issue that you're having today, darling? You having a love question? Is it something linked to your sacral chakra today?
Well, it's creativity. It's the element of water and sexuality. So it can be many different things. So,
what are you having a problem with
or
today,
she could be
honey?
feeling stuck.
Okay, so I guess I'm trying to get a business started. So, and I was asking. The question was, do you see me either getting a lump sum of money to help me with the startup? Do you see me actually doing it with the money I'm already getting, or do you see me up getting a whole another job to get the finances together to create this venture?
Okay, now reading questions are on Tuesdays, honey. Today we're doing chakras. So everything we do is based around the
It's
chakras.
actually a question.
Yeah. So I thought it was something about the chakras. I'm sorry, honey. So, but as far as your chakras, the only thing I can tell you today is definitely keep them cleansed, balanced, and open. Being open in your chakras and having nothing block and having all the energy within your energy center floating the right
You can do this
way.
yourself, honey. It's not a psychic question.
Yeah,
you can put your own sacral chakra energy to work on
That's
this
your
question.
creativity center, your creative center. So let's go over some things. And if you're feeling a lot more in the second tone, which is your sacral chakra, we're going to go over some things today that hopefully that can help answer your question. But for all psychic questions, just refer to us on Tuesday, okay? So we're going to put you back on hold, honey.
All right,
But thank you for
keep
calling
listening,
in.
honey.
Keep listening because you're going to get a lot
God
of
bless
info,
you,
girl.
darling. Keep listening, honey.
All right, so now we're going to get to the sacral chakra. I mean, there's
Gotta be
a
a
lot.
reason why something resonated
Yeah,
with her.
there is, especially if you're feeling the energy of that particular chakra, especially with that particular tone. Now, the sacral chakra's location, again, its most common location for the sacral chakra is about 3 inches below your navel, which is your belly button. Usually just do 3 fingers below. That's where your sacral chakra is. Now, it's the center, actually, of your lower stomach. Now, in your back, it's actually located at the level of your lumbar vertebrae, which is a lumbar I have an issue with. So I have to be careful with my sacral chakra because of the broken back. The lumbar knocks it off. So I have a tendency to do more work on this particular chakra. And when I feel creative, I have to get my creative juices going and flowing.
From that chakra.
From this particular chakra, yes. Yes.
Now, do you feel you have a harder time coming through forward, like creativity wise, because you have usually a pain part of your center is that sacral chakra area?
No, I don't think
Is it
I have.
easier?
I don't think I have much of a problem. I mean, yes, I did break my lumbar, but we do this every week. Chakras is something I've always been into.
So it's
I
kind of-
sleep with the orange light next to my bed every night. So I have an orange particular light that I have that I sleep with, an orange salt
Oh.
lamp. So the orange salt lamp, sleeping with it on every night on low, it's going to help with that particular blockage that you have. I mean, I highly recommend the salt lamps. It's nothing we
That
have,
makes
we don't,
sense.
our sponsor doesn't carry them as of yet, but guys, you can go to Target and you can pick up a nice orange salt lamp that you want for your chakras, and literally it just takes a little Christmas tree bulb, the older ones, and you can keep it on low, and the energy of the Himalayan salt lamp is just, it's really purifying and beautiful, and the orangeness of the color is going to help you with this particular chakra
Oh, very
as well.
interesting. That makes a
Yeah.
lot of sense.
So that's why if you notice, it's on right now over there. It's always on. So, and I have extra bulbs. Boo, Byram, Make Fudge, and oatmeal creams.
Yeah, the list.
Damn, Bob.
I'm telling you, I love this kid. She's a kid, man, but
That's my son. I told him next month for Ram.
I love the list of more and more things he keeps coming up with. I'm like,
Well,
yeah.
he knows usually if I make a batch of something, I gotta keep part for the house, part for him.
Yeah, keep going, Jake.
Now he's doubling it.
What else? What else? What else? What else you thinking of?
All right, so now the sacral chakra is actually the second chakra. This one is actually associated with your emotional body, believe it or not your heart, but your emotional body, like your tears and things that actually happen with you. It also deals with your sexuality and your creativity.
Well, that's why I was curious about that, because
Creativity.
it's kind of like
Yep.
where your pain is centered, but yet it's where your creativity is centered as well, believe it or
Bingo.
not. And a lot of people don't think that's where their creativity stems from.
Now, most women, here's the thing, guys, most women that go through menopause will start having an issue with your sacral chakra. That's 100% normal to actually have an issue with your sacral chakra where you lose some of your creativity or your emotional connection, so to speak, and that's normal.
Okay.
Now, I've always had the Himalayan salt lamp, so it wasn't as bad for me when I went through it.
I've always known you to have
Yeah.
a salt lamp, always.
Yeah.
I've never wondered why. I've never questioned why, honestly.
Yeah, now
but
you
I've
know.
always known you to have one. Yeah,
Right.
and now I know
See,
why.
if I could get the Himalayan salt lamps in every color of the chakras, I'd be like.
I really wish do they really make them? Like
I don't know.
that?
I really wish they'd make them in
Because
every color.
the salt caves, the Himalayan salt caves are all the orange color.
Right.
But it would be interesting to see if they did make them in all of the chakra colors. That would be epic.
in
if
the
they
chakra
did.
colors really would benefit
That would be
everybody,
absolutely amazing.
and it would be absolutely amazing.
Be safe.
Yes, be safe. Take your keys. Okay, now, the element is actually water in this particular one. Okay, water. So if you have taking a bath can actually help you, going to the beach, moving water, especially if you need to keep your creativity going. You want to be around a moving body of water, an ocean, a stream, anything moving. It is going to help you with that particular thing, okay? So if you have a jet for your bathtub, or just move your arms in your tub.
Paddle! Pretend you're doggy paddle!
I am going
I
somewhere.
gotta get to the end! Paddle, doggy paddle!
And this one's thinking I'm
Who
talking
knows?
to him.
Oh, get a water bottle and just kind of swish it around next to you.
Now,
That's
here's the
water,
thing
right?
everybody does know.
What?
The function of the sacral chakra is actually directed by your pleasure principle. Now, you have to remember,
Oh.
pleasure isn't just sexuality.
It's
Okay,
Up here, right?
creativity can bring you pleasure and joy. Okay, maybe in a different
Goodbye.
aspect than your sexual pleasure. But there
right.
are two different types of pleasure, and you need to make sure both are balanced. Okay, you need to have an outlet for both, is what you need to do. I am a very creative person, so I'm always learning and creating, and it's just what I do.
Yeah, the weird part is that you use both
Right.
parts of your brain.
Right.
You know, you honestly do. You have the intellectual part and you have the artistic part, the
Right.
creative part. Both of them. You use
Well,
them
there's a
equally.
reason for that.
But you do.
Yes, but there is a reason for that.
Is it a
See-
chakra reason?
No. When I fell and I broke my back,
Mhm.
okay, I also hit the back of my head. So my back of my head does not function normal. My brain all works here and here.
Oh, the
So
frontal
because, right, so the frontal and both sides. So because my brain works this way, the part in the back of my head that does not function, which controls eyesight, that's the only part I seem to have an issue with.
lobe. Oh.
So I didn't start wearing glasses until then.
Really?
Mhm.
Oh,
Yep.
makes
So
sense.
there's a little thing, but people with broken backs have a tendency to be more open to the spiritual realm, which we're going to get into when we get into the third eye chakra. Okay, but every week we're going to do one particular chakra.
All right.
Okay, so we're going to get into the nitty gritty of this. Does anybody have any questions before we do that?
Nope, I'm not seeing no one.
We actually, with this new time slot, I've noticed we have a lot of listeners.
Yes.
The stats on the radio have gone way up, and I'm really happy about that.
Mhm.
And everybody watches the live feeds later on. So
Which, yes, because it's
right.
it's a busy time of the day.
right, but it's also a very convenient time for us.
It is.
So, yeah.
It can be for some, and it can be not. For
Right, and this way, you guys literally just go on, and like I said, when I do the chakras, it's always at the beginning of the show when we first start,
Mhm.
and after the break. So this way, if you just need a boost for your chakras during the week, just listen to that first part of the show. Boom,
Exactly.
you have it. If you need more information, continue to listen when you have a chance.
Because we do it on the top of the next
Right.
hour, so you know, again, boom, first 10 minutes, get your chakra on, done.
Right.
Okay, that's for you guys, is all convenience.
That's right.
Okay?
Now, when you're shakel,
Your chakra.
When you're shakel,
We speak here in the bathroom, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
yeah.
And you know,
Yeah, we speak in Bostonese,
over
man.
here, we're speaking to boss, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You know that? Hey, you guys.
Actually, I don't have a Boston accent.
No,
It's
you
very
don't.
strange.
It's weird. I have a Portuguese box.
Yeah, I do
weird
not
accent.
have a Boston accent. It's very strange, but
I was
it's okay.
born here, but I think in my mind
I was
Portuguese is
not.
for English.
I was not. I was born in Norwood,
See?
so.
I think Portuguese
I
before
don't know.
English in my brain.
So when your sacral chakra is actually balanced, the relationship with the world and other people is centered around nurturing, pleasure,
Mm-hmm.
and harmonious exchange. Okay?
Harmonious.
Harmonious exchange. And again,
That could be like-
that is my creative. Like Michelle gets like she doesn't know how I do it. I'll get an idea and I'll whip it together. And then when I first started doing one particular thing, give me your wrist. Give me your wrist. Give me your wrist. And then I say, okay, what do you think about this? So let's run this by you. And my creativity, and she's trying to drink her, meanwhile, this is first thing in the morning, and she's trying to drink her coffee, and I'm just keep throwing all these ideas and things at her, and yep. And she's just waking up, drinking her coffee. But here's the thing. I'll get an honest answer from her first thing in the morning.
Of course you will.
She will sugarcoat it other times, but
Oh, you
not in the
think so?
morning. In the morning, she's very blunt, and that's why I hit her up in the morning. So, and that's what it is. That's your idea center. Now, guys, if you need to bounce ideas off somebody, literally,
Bounce
just
'em.
Facebook is a wonderful place. Literally, go on, do a live on your own private page, and start bouncing. And I have this idea, or just do literally FaceTime a friend or a particular friend,
Yeah.
somebody you know that actually is
do
going
it.
to
Don't
do
even.
that.
If you're embarrassed, do it
Yeah.
to a stranger.
No,
And that's
literally.
even a stranger what they think even.
Yeah,
Like, you
I
can
mean-
post it on a group, and somebody can be honest with you on a group. You don't even have to know the person.
Right, and if you're the
that
type that's like, well, I
embarrassed.
really don't want to share this idea, find someone that you can trust that you can actually do
Yeah,
this
just
to.
whichever
Well, I
way
want to
you-
say hello, Megan Miller. How you doing?
Hello, hello
Welcome,
there.
welcome. Anybody that I do see on the page, I will be saying hi to. So those are the things that you want. You want to keep those creative flows going. Now, if you have no one to talk to, really, and if you're like me and your ideas come first thing in the morning, I used to talk into.
You wake up a dream with the
I wake
ideas.
up with, I do. I must dream about creating at night. Weird. I don't know. I do. So, and I'll wake up. I used to wake up and I used to talk right into my recorder. I push my coffee. First thing I do is get up, go to the bathroom. Actually, I get up, I hit the coffee pot, then I go to the bathroom. Hey, Brenda, how you doing? Don't worry. We're going to balance the chakras again at the top of the next hour. Okay? So you didn't miss it, honey. And we do them all at once. So that's your creative center. Literally, everybody's got a phone in today's day and age.
Yeah.
Record it to your phone. If you're the type that needs the writing from the pen and paper, jot all your ideas down. Because sometimes your dream journal has creations of ideas. And that's where I started. That's how I started to remember what I was dreaming about or what was going on.
And come on, guys.
Okay.
Once you get started with your busy day, those best ideas could just get lost.
Exactly.
They could just be gone. So, I mean, it could be something like 2 words, but it helps remind you of something, or it could be, make such
And
a huge
let me
change.
tell you something. Abbreviations, my kids don't know what I'm talking about half the time.
Yeah, they don't. But again, they're not taught abbreviations nowadays.
No, they're not.
They're
Not
not.
actually,
Those are
all,
weird.
for all of you parents out there,
WTH,
if you know in cursive,
WTF.
write in cursive, and the kids won't have a clue what you're talking about anyway.
They don't get taught cursive anymore in schools. It's
No.
insane.
We're going to talk about some imbalances right now in your sacral and how they can actually manifest within you. So if you have a sacral chakra that's kind of like off balance, like too slow, too fast, all of these things, okay, are going to create or manifest a certain way. So what do we
right.
got going on here? Exactly. I write it down on paper. There you
Yeah.
go. And that's, everybody is different. Me, I have to voice it. I'm a very verbal person.
Yeah, and she has to talk it out.
Right.
She has
And
to talk it through.
even if she's just, yeah, no, yeah, rethink, I still have to get it out. I have to get it out in one way or another.
But she creates it verbally, if that makes sense.
And then it's like sometimes I'll be talking and it's like, oh, you stupid idiot, now I know what to do. And I get one of those duh
Then she's
moments.
like, now I got it.
Okay, I get it. I get it. Forget it. I get to that. So I get these weird things
And then
that go
the
on.
next
Everybody's different.
opportunity she gets to get up and run into the room again, run to her desk and get working on it. She reminds me of like the shoemaker elf, and she's there. She's doing her thing. Okay, no, whatever. And I'm like, Sue, I'm just talking to myself. Oh, you big, what you did? Oh, that ain't right.
Yeah, so meanwhile she comes in and you can't find my desk.
Yeah, and
So it's before the chakra show, I gotta clean all the jewelry stuff off my desk.
But she can really, and even when she's creating, she's talking herself through it.
Yeah.
But some people, that's how they are. Just that some people learn verbally.
You know how many times I call myself a dummy, a moron, an
Oh, she
idiot?
calls herself all kinds of names doing it.
You
She calls it, oh yeah,
dumb shit.
all kinds of names doing it. But she's creating. It's her creative process. But some people, like, my goodness, how many people have just different systems of how they go about doing things, different creative processes. Everybody has their own styles, and there's no right way, there's no wrong way.
And this is Michelle. Michelle is the type of person that if you need her to get ideas, take her to the beach, take her shoes off, and put her feet in the sand. I am not kidding.
It's like plugging me
We
in.
were stuck trying to figure out how to do something. I said, okay. And this is back before my car went.
Yep,
So,
yep.
and literally, we went to the beach. She took her shoes off. I said, okay, let's just go to the beach. Let's just clear the air, get rid of all because we're stuck. We can't figure it out. And the next thing I know, I'm jotting down notes because she's going a mile slow down. So I'm going a mile a minute.
Yeah.
And that's her creativity is the beach, the sand. That's her thing.
Yeah. And it's the strangest thing, but it's always been my place where I relax enough to just let all that come out.
Exactly.
So, the mic is a little bit high, I guess. But it works, so she knows to plug me into the beach.
Yeah,
You
I
know?
plug her into the beach.
And her, I know when I wake up in the morning, if she goes to sleep with something, no, but I know that she's going to wake up in the morning with a solution. I know that about you. If you go to sleep with a problem,
Yeah,
the next morning you're still thinking about that problem and how to solve it.
right.
That's just who you are. That's how you
I
are.
just don't give up.
No, and you don't.
I don't.
And you're literally.
All right, I
you're
turned
thinking
it down a
about
little bit. It
thinking
should
about
help in a minute.
You're at it. She doesn't
who is
give up,
this?
guys. She does not
Yeah,
give
this name is too
up.
small for me to leave. Welcome, Begins with a K. I have no
Oh,
idea.
Khalid.
Khalid?
Khalid.
Okay.
Khalid Chief.
Well,
Are you the music producer, Khalid? Hello. We the music. I know who you are.
see, that's Michelle has a louder voice than me too. Okay, so let's get into what can happen, what can manifest. What
Oh, a lot of
way?
things can manifest.
Let's find out.
Yes.
Now, remember, imbalance, you can actually have a manifestation of a dependency
Yes.
or a codependency. Now, here is where we get into
Problems.
people with issues with addictions of any kind.
Yes.
Any addiction. Because if you have an imbalance in this particular chakra, your sacral chakra, your codependency, you can have, or your dependency or codependency can actually be with other people or substances that give you easy access to pleasure.
Right.
Did you know that?
So
That's just one way that it can manifest, and I really truly
Yes.
believe this.
So people wonder why they're an addict. Why or do they have addiction problems? Where does it all stem from? Why this? Why that? Right? Sometimes it stems, actually, some 90+% of the time it stems from this chakra, the pleasure principle chakra.
Exactly, and
We
that's
want
where
it
it
and
stems
we want it
from.
now.
If we can figure out what part of them what part of this sacral chakra, is it the pleasure part, is it the pleasure principle? They're looking for the easy access,
Right?
is what they're looking for.
A quick
I
reward.
did turn it down, hon. Do you need it turned down a little more?
The quick reward.
Exactly, and that's what it is. What they're actually looking for is something that brings them pleasure, even if it's just for that 1 second.
1
Because
second.
for some reason, they're imbalanced in that particular chakra. Now you have to remember, I'm adding psychology along with my chakra determination. This isn't
Right.
just chakra studies. This is also my psychology studies and my doctorate in holistic counseling. So I'm adding all of this on with the chakras. Now I've looked at it psychologically, and this is something I have worked with a particular individual who was an addict until he understood.
You know what? They can say it's genetic all you want. If that was the case, genetic testing would be more readily available. They would have literally a proof and a back up to back up that thesis and that theory
Right.
that it was a hereditary issue.
Well,
And guess what? Insurances
Okay.
don't pay for that.
no.
So that means it doesn't mean, that
Right.
means it's not true.
No, I truly believe, I truly believe that if there is a tendency, you'll notice it. You'll notice it in kids, a dependency and a codependency. You'll notice that with like younger children.
yes.
So those are the things you need to, okay, there's an imbalance in that chakra. How can we get the creativity out? And because when they're younger, their pleasure principle is about their creativity.
Right.
That brings them joy when they do it. Okay, like some kids will like draw circles and it brings them pleasure to do that, and they come in and they see their artwork displayed on the fridge.
Could be
It's
the
like the Hall
crappiest
of
bunch of circles
Fame.
you ever saw.
Literally,
It makes the
and
child
that's
so
what
happy.
it is. That refrigerator is the Wall of Fame.
And they love
In
it.
my family, that's the way it was. So those are things you can encourage. But a lot of people didn't know about this in younger. This was something I wasn't aware of. See, I've always had a creative outlet. My parents always gave me a creative outlet.
Right, but for
They
those that don't
literally,
have
and
one-
even my husband, he would go with the flow with whatever creative idea I had.
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
go with it. So when I started, back when my husband was alive, when I started to get into this is something I started to get into just before. This was before I met him. So I started applying some of these principles to him.
Right.
Some of the principles, some of the ideas. I mean, literally, when we were friends, he used to fall asleep to a tape that I had made for him. Back then, they were, real
Tapes.
reels. You take a pencil to tighten it up. Type one of those. Yeah, one of those. Back in the dinosaur days. Yeah.
Back in those days.
So one of those, he would fall asleep to that what do they call them? Cassette tapes.
Cassette
Every
tapes.
night. He would fall asleep to balancing chakra. It's something he carried on when we actually stopped being just friends and became a couple. So this is something I literally have experience working with, and it did work for him. It really did. So, all right, now here is another one. Being ruled by others' emotions. Now, remember, an imbalance in your sacral chakra can manifest that way. Okay.
Absolutely.
Now, how many individuals out here feel that you actually are being ruled by others?
Some people who are empaths but don't know they're empaths,
Right.
they can be easily go through something like this because
Right.
they're bouncing like a ping pong. What do you call it? Like the.
We're not talking about feeling others' emotions.
No, we're talking about their
Yes.
emotions are like.
Right. In other words,
Those
somebody
games,
else,
those-
you don't want to do this because somebody else will get upset.
Those-
You can't do this because this person's going to get
Right.
mad. Or,
So
oh my
your
God,
emotions are all
I
over.
don't want to face this conflict, so I'm just going to go with the flow.
Yes.
That type of attitude is what we're talking about right now.
Mm-hmm.
That's an imbalance in the chakra.
So you're
Okay.
literally like a ping pong
Right.
all over the place,
Exactly.
and you're not even like.
Also, here's the kicker.
Go for it.
Okay. The kicker in this particular one could be the opposite. Somebody can actually feel numb,
Oh,
okay, out of touch with yourself and
Very.
how you feel. Totally out of touch with everything. No emotion.
cold.
Okay, so either you can be over emotional or ruled by your emotions, like I'm very emotional about this, so I'm just gonna go with it and just keep going with it. Or you can be the opposite and totally shut down and blocked.
Yes.
So it can manifest as either way in this particular
Yeah.
chakra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And believe it or not, emotions can be such a crazy thing, right? That you could be cold about one subject and then be a blubbering idiot about another subject. So your reaction could be two extremes, but you're still having the same problem. It's the same issue, but you're having two extremes, and it can happen.
Right.
And you just feel like you're all over the place.
Exactly.
But it's a real thing, guys.
It really is. Think of it this way, like pregnant women with their hormones.
Oh, with the
And I
hormones,
hate
right?
I'm not picking on pregnant women. I mean, daughter-in-law just had twins. I'm not. But think of it this way: when your hormones are kicking in as a female,
Oh man,
okay,
right?
literally everything that upsets you. You didn't get me the red lettuce. You got me the green. the red. Literally things like that. That's
Right.
like over emotional, and that's a part of that. That's natural.
Right there.
Now, what we're
Next second,
talking about.
I will murder you in your sleep.
Yeah.
Die, human, die.
Yes, you're all emotional. Oh, please hug me, and then you go to give Frank. I'm gonna kill you. Right now, I'm gonna kill you.
Doctor, give me a scalpel now.
So,
You
yeah.
know, it's those extremes, and we really want to. We don't like being like that. Nobody.
No,
really
nobody
likes being
does,
like
whether
that.
you're man or woman.
No.
See, I can't speak for the man's point of view because I'm not a guy.
Yeah, but I mean,
So I
even
can
us
speak
women, we don't like being
from
like
the
that.
women's point of view, okay?
Yeah.
That's the way that I can talk about it.
That's
But I'm
okay,
telling
though.
you, from my experience with dealing with men and counseling men,
I mean, we women, heads up,
I
but we
have-
don't like to be that way.
no, I have done a lot of counseling with men, and believe it or not, ladies, men do feel that. In other
Yeah.
words, a lot of times their imbalances, the pleasure principle, they'll have particular issues, or they'll find an addiction. And again, say video game addiction. They'll have a video game addiction.
Oh.
They have to have the latest game all the time,
Yeah.
because that's their instant pleasure. Just like, okay,
Instant gratification.
right, it's the
Sex
same
addict.
thing. And for everything else, they're numb.
Yep.
So, and
Yeah.
again, that's the way we're taking it. Guys and gentlemen actually go through this as
Or it
well.
has to have the specific video game from the specific store on the specific night on the specific day of the full moon, right? Right?
Actually, yes.
But doesn't care what kind of mac and cheese you buy,
Yeah.
and you're wondering what the hell.
Yes. It's
Seriously,
there's-
that when you want that specific mac and cheese that you like, because it's food you put in your body, but a video game isn't. They don't pay attention to that. It's just one of those damn things.
Yeah, and it is. It's being ruled by your emotion.
The
Okay.
unthinkable chocolate
The
today,
instant
Susie.
the instant gratification. Okay. And literally the instant gratification, and then also being numb when it comes to other things. And a lot of
Yeah.
women will say, Well, if you're this passionate about this, why aren't you passionate about this?
And then they really wonder why
And then
menopause.
Yes, they go through menopause. Menopause.
There is
Let me tell you something. Yep.
menopause.
What menopause is, my definition of menopause, not menopause, menopause is literally they go through their second childhood.
Oh, Lord in heaven,
Right.
they really do.
They do. My father went out and bought a new motorcycle,
Oh,
and he had
God.
to have the latest things with all of this and all of that, and he had to have that.
What do you only ride it one
Okay.
time?
Oh no, all the time.
He did?
Yeah, I grew up with on the back of bikes. So
Oh my God.
he always did. But
Uh-huh.
my husband went through video game systems and never stopped.
Oh my Lord.
Video game systems, games and games and games and games. Literally cabinets upon cabinets. He would have a conniption fit. Literally talking about an imbalance. He would have a conniption fit if I didn't run out right then and there and get that video game at 12 o'clock, because that's when it was released.
That's when it was.
It's released at sleeping. What's going on?
Yeah.
You know, and we think, oh my God, what is wrong with this guy? He's nuts. No,
Yeah.
this is all part of the imbalance. So now they picked on women, I'm going to pick on men too.
And you wonder why. You really wonder what the heck is so.
Right.
You wonder they can only play one video game at a time, but they gotta have 50. Really, 50. But there's only one of them. But I don't understand.
Now I have a Wii, and my
Yeah.
son's like, "Oh my God, the games are so cheap," and I'm like, "Yeah, I only play certain ones."
Because how many games you gonna play at a time anyway?
I like the Donkey Kong one.
Yeah.
I like the Wii Fit, and I like the bowling and stuff. And,
Yeah,
and I
but
love
still.
the boxing.
How many
But
games
that's
you can? You can only you're only one person that
Literally,
can only play
that's
one
it.
game at a time.
That's
So,
all I like to play.
I
I
can
mean,
understand
anything
having
else.
like maybe 5.
Yeah, you
But
know.
I mean,
So
you need 50 of them.
yeah. So no, I don't. But that's me.
Right.
But how many crystals do I need to wrap?
Ah,
see what I'm saying?
See, that's your
It's the
thing.
same thing. How many
Your
crystals?
thing.
So I have an entire box full of tumbles ready to wrap.
She's got
I have
hundreds.
another container of all beads, but there's not enough beads
She's
in it
probably
yet.
got close to thousands.
No,
at
I
this
don't.
point.
Not yet. I'm working on it.
So, just in that one box alone is probably over 1,000.
No.
Oh yeah.
No, nowhere near 1,000.
Yes.
At least 500.
No.
500.
No.
Anyways, see, that's my thing. Do you see what I'm saying now? Okay. So now, okay, what about overindulgence in not just sexual desires, but also fantasies? How many people out there are overindulging in their fantasies?
Huh.
Hmm.
How about any of you guys overindulgent think that you're a princess? And you guys are on your Instagrams out there posting like you're one of the Kardashians, right?
Okay, well, there's... All right, I'm
But
trying
people
to
really,
think.
well, social media is very easy nowadays
Right.
to help us create a facade of something that we're truly not. So it's very simple nowadays for us to put out something out there of something that's not really truly us. So it's easy for us to create a fantasy person of ourselves.
Right, there's
nowadays,
not
but
just
we're
that.
not.
There is a fantasy. There is actual fantasies that, like, you live out. And again, you're overindulging. I'm not talking about getting dressed up and going to King Richard's Fair in costume. I'm talking about walking around every day in the King Richard's Fair costumes.
What's wrong with
That's
that?
overindulging. Unless you're Fleetwood, unless you're Stevie Nicks, where you really look good in that.
The
you just
Queen of
leave it.
all witches.
Yes, you just leave it the way it is. So I'm talking about overindulging in a fantasy is what I'm talking
Yeah.
about. Literally, you get dressed in these costumes, you have a cardboard shield and a wood stick that's a staff, and you're going to go out and fight the beast of cards.
dragons?
This
Wanna
is
fight dragons?
overindulgence. You see what I'm talking about?
So, but who says what the limit is?
Okay, overindulging. It's where
I know, I'm just
fantasy becomes your reality.
Yeah.
Okay, and this can happen the same
Yeah.
thing
Like the
with
people
your
that get plastic
right.
surgery to make themselves look like certain people, like Barbie. Like the people
Yeah.
that get the plastic surgeries to make themselves look like a Barbie doll, for instance.
Overindulging.
Right.
Overindulging.
You know, they
or
try to look like
somebody
Ken dolls.
that likes purple. So
Oh.
literally, they go out and buy everything in purple in quadruplets.
Every
Or
purple.
somebody that has an entire garbage bag full of shoes, but can only wear diabetic ones.
Yeah.
Wonder who that would be.
That's me.
Okay, so you have your shoes, I have my crystals.
I'm trying to now get into the whole diabetic shoes style now. Trying to rock the damn diabetic shoes now. So
Yes, yeah, so she has her shoe
Yeah.
fetish. I have my crystal
I
fetish.
do.
So.
I used to be dressed as nowadays, but
I
I
know.
got fat, so hey.
Would that be next generation?
That would be the next generation, millennials, I believe they call them. Yeah. Tell me about it.
Yeah,
They
you know,
all
and
do
it is.
that.
Right.
They all do that. It's
Yes,
like
they
it's
do.
just what the heck. But I mean, that's how society is right now. We are being overindulgent with our own.
See, I
our
don't
own
think,
lives right
I
now
don't think
because
there's
of
anything
social
wrong with an
medias.
adult wearing a Halloween costume going to a party.
No, I don't.
Or if there's like a ball and you're supposed to wear a mask, that's fun. Go
But
out
see,
and do it.
nowadays-
Go get dressed for King Richard's Fair. There's nothing
But
wrong with
nowadays,
that.
people literally dress up for every day sometimes for social media purposes.
Right.
People do that now. Those influencers.
Right.
People do
But
that to get-
I am literally talking about somebody whose fantasy becomes their only reality.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm talking about. This is their only reality.
almost to the point
and
where it's
we're
sickness.
literally only on the imbalances. Now here's along the same lines. Or
Hey,
the
Kevin.
opposite. Somebody that has no sexual desire whatsoever and no satisfaction, no ambition, and no fantasy, no creativity
Nothing.
at
Again,
all.
nothing.
Just gone.
One extreme to the other.
Exactly.
Nothing.
Just completely
Nothing in the middle here
gone.
is what works, you guys. This is
Yeah.
the thing you need to remember about the sacral chakra. There's no
Yeah,
middle
it's
ground.
one way or the other.
Yeah, it's complete extreme. Right,
We're gonna
totally.
find ya. We're gonna get you. Sorry.
You go one way or another. Two. Like that's how you guys got to think about the sacral chakra, just like Sue just saying.
Right. It's
100%.
one way, all the way down, the other way. Oh, come on, honey, let's go.
Right?
You know,
There's no in between.
That's what we're talking about. Okay, these are
None.
imbalances. Now, there's one more imbalance here.
What's the imbalance?
Feeling stuck in a particular feeling or mood.
Again,
Now,
extreme.
here is
The
a
feed- there's a lot of
theory.
feedback.
I want you guys to think about this for a minute. Okay, keep
Kelly
turning it
Jean,
down.
let us know, honey.
I want you, I keep turning it down. I want you guys to think about this for a minute. Now, imbalances in moods, right? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
How many people could have an issue with the sacral chakra that actually have a diagnosis of bipolar disorder? Because what happens with bipolar, you get stuck in a particular mood for a long period of time.
Which is not the norm,
Mm.
right? There's ebbs and flows,
So,
ups and downs.
How many people out there say, I don't have this, but they get stuck. Okay, literally,
stuck in
they
an
are
extreme?
stuck in a particular mood, whether it's a depressive mood, whether it's a non-stop silly mood,
Yeah.
you can't stop laughing, and all kinds of bad things happen, and you're still laughing. In other words, your mood gets stuck. You're just stuck. with a
Believe it or not,
particular
guys,
feeling
there
or
is
mood.
a thing that's a real
Now,
occurrence.
this is just a theory.
Mhm. What are
Okay,
you theorizing?
that's my theory.
Mm.
How many people do have an issue with this sacral chakra
But
that
it's
do
truly-
have this particular diagnosis, like manic depression, because
Yeah.
they're stuck.
Yep, yep.
And then it's like you go to the doctors, you're diagnosed with manic depression because you're stuck in that mood. You take all kinds of antidepressants and nothing's working.
yeah,
Maybe it's the sacral chakra, not the manic depression.
right.
Same thing could be said for bipolar. You have bipolar disorder, you go to the doctors, you get the med, they give you a mood stabilizer. It doesn't stable your mood. No matter what they give you, nothing stabilizes your mood. This is what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about take me for face value. I'm talking for those individuals that have a diagnosis, but the medication that they prescribe you for your diagnosis doesn't work.
Mm-hmm.
Take a
No
look at
wonder
your sacral
why,
chakra.
right? Hey.
Take a look at the sacral chakra for those individuals who can't seem to get out of those particular moods, no matter what they do, following the doctor's orders. This would be something that would help. Take
Right.
a look at it.
Think about that, guys. It could very simply be that your sacral chakra is being affected. Maybe you are not truly bipolar.
Or maybe it's not manic depression, especially if you're giving an antidepressant and it doesn't really change your mood or
Right.
makes you worse.
How many people go through that, right?
So these are the things we need to look at. In other words, yes, go see your physician or doctor. I'm only
100%.
holistic doctor.
We
There's a big
definitely agree with
difference.
that.
So definitely go see a professional, seek professional help. But at the same time, take a look, see if there's an imbalance in there. And that's why we give a lot of tools. What,
Right.
honey?
Kelly, we're going to be, at the top of the hour, we're going to be redoing the correction on the chakras with the bowls. So you'll be able to follow along with the hand mudras at the top of the hour. So you'll need to follow along with the sounds and listen to those, and it will help to open up your sacral chakras as well as the others.
Right. Plus, by the end of the show, you're going to have a bunch of other tools we're going to utilize and give you as well, which are going to have aromatherapy and herbs, certain yoga poses, other methods that'll actually help you. So this way you get a variety to see what works for you. And that's the thing. It's what works for you.
And if you guys have any advice too, or any other ideas, or something else we're not talking about, we're missing out,
Right.
please give us a call back and let us know. Give us a call at the line 563-999-3002. We'd be happy to have a call and talk to you on the line.
This is a very long one. And we're almost at the top of the hour.
Please give us a
Wow.
call in.
So we actually do have a caller on the line. We have about 7 minutes left to the top of the hour. We're going to get into blockages and then overactiveness coming up. So hold on, let me take this call, and then after the break, we'll rebalance your chakras again, and then we'll get into what happens if it's completely blocked. A lot of them are very similar, just more on an extreme level. Because you have to remember, if you are blocked in your sacral, so you're getting energy from your root, energy, then it's going into the sacral, which is blocked.
It's
You're not
corroding
going to
the
get
others.
anything. You're not gonna. It's gonna cause a chain
It's like a
reaction.
pipe that's
It's
caught.
like dominoes. You don't hit the first domino, you hit the second domino. So the second domino is gonna knock out all the rest.
Oh, Megan, that is so awesome. It's so sweet of you to say
What'd she
that.
say?
This is my first time finding you, ladies. I love that I was drawn into you today. The wonders of the day the universe works. Aw,
Aw,
that's so
thank
sweet
you,
of
sweetheart. Welcome.
Thank you so
Welcome
much.
to the ATU Club.
Yes, welcome. You're part of the family now.
Yeah. So
wonderful.
let's take this caller right here.
All right, that's wonderful.
Hi, you're live on the air with ATU Network. Who are we speaking with?
Hello, caller. Welcome. Hello.
Are you just listening, or did you have a question about your sacral chakra?
Hello, caller. Maybe just listening.
Maybe just listening.
Well, that's okay with us
That's
too.
okay too.
Listen, listen, listen.
Yep, that's okay. Just listen. We'll mute you. And we'll get back to you now.
Not to worry.
And we have break in about 6 minutes is what we
We
have.
take only a very few minutes, guys.
Yeah, we
We
take.
go to break, so don't go anywhere. And then when we come back from the break, we realign all of your chakras.
That's right.
And why don't you let you guys know we have all of your chakra equipment needs here.
Okay.
Chakra crystals, chakra
what
pendulums, chakra
we are
pyramids.
going to do
Mm-hmm.
is leave you with this thought. I'm
Okay.
going to break a little early. I want to leave you with this thought. Okay. A blocked sacral chakra can make you feel like you've lost control of your life.
Yes, it can.
Mm.
Absolutely, it can.
I don't know what you think about that, but we're going to take a short break early, a short pause for the cause, and we're going to be right back right after this.
We'll be right back, guys, after this break. Don't go anywhere.
That's a really good thing I didn't bang the crystal ball. Okay, guys, it's time.
Let's
Okay.
do it again,
It's time to
guys.
get, for all of those that did not get your chakras balanced, you're going to get your chakras on again. We're going to work from the C, which is the C note, which is the crown, to the sacral, which is the D, E, which is the solar plexus, F is the heart, G is the throat, A is the third eye, and B is the crown. Those are the notes we're going to use to work our way up, okay? We'll talk about, and remember, the color that we're really working on today is the orange one. We want everybody's creativity to come around. Then I'll give you some
Yes.
quick reference guides and tools that you can actually use, and they'll get right into what happens when it's blocked, okay? So, Michelle is going to do the Handmandara.
Got it.
Here we go. Everybody ready? Remember, breathe in positive, blow out the negative. Release it. Let it go.
I know that she's doing the sounds, so I'm not doing the seed sounds, but they are lam, vam, ram, yam, ham, and the last one is none. It's
None.
just silent.
It's not
sound,
it's
okay?
om.
Om,
Om. Om.
om.
Think of O.
My accent.
Om.
Om.
There you go.
Om.
No. Om.
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 Om. Don't have that Portuguese accent.
All right, here we
Don
go.
Europeans.
Everybody ready?
Okay, ready guys? It's the OK symbol. The first one we start with is the OK symbol on top of your thighs. Gosh, that was good. How you guys feeling out there, huh? Whew. Gosh darn it! Got no
How we
chocolate
feeling?
on.
We feeling better?
Hell
Okay.
yeah.
So now, just before we went on break, we actually asked you guys a question. Now, a blocked sacral chakra can make you feel like you've lost control of your own life. So how many of you out there feel like you've totally lost control of your life? Let's see if we can help you out with that. And again, this all stems from the sacral chakra is where it actually stems
That's right,
from.
guys.
Now I can move the bowls and tilt my notebook here. If I can get it to work. There we go. Looks a little bit better than me going like this all the time.
Wonderful. I'm so glad you enjoyed that, Megan.
Good.
So
Good.
that's part of the journey of
That's
clearing
right.
the chakras right there. That's one of the steps that you can take, and that is the sound healing with the sound bowls. And she uses the how many hertz again? How many hertz is the bowls again? I'm drawing a blank at the moment.
Yeah, the bowls as far as hertz are 440.
440 hertz.
440 true. Don't do 442. 442 is reprogramming. You don't want to reprogram because then you're taking away someone's freedom. If you have a severe issue, you want to do 528 hertz. The 528 hertz is what is known as the DNA repair. You can utilize a tuning fork, if I could find mine.
Megan is new to this, so let's show everybody the ropes.
The tuning fork is 528 hertz, and if there is a severe blockage, anybody out there that feels like they have a severe blockage right now,
Yeah, let's show
this
them.
is the tool you want to utilize. It's always 3, and it would go in the area of your sacral chakra. We're just going to give you guys the sound. I'm a Reiki master teacher. Okay, and this is just one tool. The other tool you can utilize before we get into the blockages
Let's show them
here.
the chakra stuff.
Okay, you can use a pendulum. This is our chakra pendulum, or at least our sponsors. What you can do is literally, I'll hold it over to my throat so you can see. And what you say is, show me the spin of my throat chakra. You want to do this in a mirror. Show me the spin of my throat chakra.
Show me the
Okay,
spin
I have
of
a
the
couple of
chakra.
different ones. And as you can see, it's got a nice round spin to it. Now, if it was like back and forth rather than round, or barely moving at all like this, there would definitely be an issue within your chakra. That's another way to actually find out through those. Another way is tinctures. Okay, tinctures, really good tool to actually have.
Amazing.
You
the
have to
tinctures.
go by sounds. You have to be able to sense things when utilizing these particular ones. You would start from the bottom up, but in this case, we're going to start at the top down. Okay, did you hear the silenceness over the heart chakra? So evidently there's something going on there that's causing things to be a little off
Do
balance.
that again so they can just see
Okay.
and hear the sound. So, okay, she's going to try that for you guys one more time.
Do you hear the difference? That's how you can tell.
So everybody noticed, and I have no discretion whatsoever, that my throat chakra is blocked right now. The reason being, and I'm not embarrassed to say it, the throat chakra is closed right now because I'm having issues not being able to speak with someone who's very important in my life right now. I cannot speak anything, good, bad, or different, to that person. So my forced lack of communication is affecting my chakra. my
Exactly,
throat
and
chakra.
that's going to be causing particular issues. Okay,
Yes.
so let's get into
That's
this.
why she has a certain issue in that, which is causing her heart chakra to be closed at the moment, which she's aware of. And we're
Oh, yeah.
both working on my throat chakra, I'm working on, and she's working on her heart chakra actually. So we also have our own tools as the trade to which we just going to show you guys real quick. We do have those available for sale with our sponsor here. And this is the wand. Now, Sue, what do you say about them using the wand and the other selenite wand too?
Yeah,
For those
I
of you
mean,
guys.
yeah, the selenite wand is good for not only your chakras but your auras. It's also wrapped with copper, which is a conductor, so you're getting the
See?
benefit of all the chakras.
Love this.
Plus, you're getting your aura actually protected and cleansed as well through the selenite.
Yeah,
So-
love it, love it, love it. That's
Yeah.
why I love having
And
it. living on
definitely
my desk.
the chakra stick, chakra wand, really good for those out there that do a lot of work with individuals. It's a really good tool to
Like
have.
if you're a massage therapist or
Yeah.
Reiki person,
Yeah, or
you
if you
work with
just want to have it
energies.
to meditate with, that's fine too.
That's right.
All right, so now let's get into this. Your sacral energy is actually directly related to and is ruled by that of your root chakra. So remember, now I said your root chakra, the energy comes up, it gets stuck. Okay, we don't want it stuck.
Nope.
All right. Now, considered a feminine in quality, sacral chakra energy is what gives you the ability to be open and nurture yourself and others. So if you find that a particular individual isn't as nurturing, this could be what's going on.
Yeah, and
Yes,
even,
it actually-
right, we've all met those people, right? Where you say you've met somebody's mother and you kind of expect them to have this very nurturing, caring mom, right? But then you meet that person and you're kind of like your impression of them is kind of like shattered, right? And we've all met people like that, right? And you kind of expect them to be a certain way. Or how about
Yeah, see, I don't expect anybody to be. I
Well-
look at things analytically.
Yeah, I mean,
You
I
look at
expect
things
people.
passionately.
Yeah, I expect people
I'm
to be
more
nice.
analytical. She's more passionate.
I
so,
always
yeah.
expect to see the good in people.
Right.
I always expect that, and so when I meet somebody and they're not the good that I've already expected them to be in my mind,
Right.
I kind of get disappointed in that, you know. So, but a lot of people are not as kind as I would expect them to be because their chakras are blocked, and we never know what they're going through in their lives.
Exactly.
You know, but
now,
a lot of people you meet on a daily basis does go through the symptoms like she's talking about. Their chakras are blocked and closed.
now
exactly.
your the sacral chakra also helps you keep your emotional ability to cope with life on an even keel. Okay,
Very important.
on an even keel. Okay. Also, when your sacral energy actually flow is blocked, you can become unemotional, experience uncertainty, insecurities, and the inability to cope with life changes. And that's why you feel like you're getting stuck. Feeling detached and rigid in your routine to the point you're unable to actually ride out life's up and downs, the sure sign that your chakra is particularly blocked.
Right, guys?
And, right, if you need cleansing and you need healing in this particular chakra. Also, your lack of self-esteem and self-worth comes from the sacral chakra.
Yes.
Bet you didn't know
For
that.
all you wallflowers out there, guys, this is where these feelings
Now,
stem
what
from.
happens if this particular chakra is blocked, okay, on an individual, you'll find most of the time that people will be in unhealthy and sometimes abusive relationships because
Right?
they do not know their self-worth.
No, they do. Like she said, you have low self-esteem. You think, and then plus the person that you're with, obviously picks up on that, right? So they use that for their advantage. Most of the time, it's a narcissist, right? That usually takes advantage of someone who has low self-worth, and this is where it comes from. So you know what, you guys, work on those sacral chakras.
Now, there's actually some physical symptoms that can actually manifest when you have a blocked chakra.
Listen to
Not
this,
just
guys.
emotional, physical. Okay, among the most common physical symptoms, and again, these are the most common, you're dealing with constipation, back pain, urinary and kidney infections nonstop, gynecological cysts nonstop, abnormal menstruation, either excessive or underactive, so to speak. Infertility is another one. And also in impotency in men.
I never could say that word.
No, impotency.
Impotency.
Right, in men. Those are the physical signs that there is something going on in this particular chakra.
I
Now,
can
when it's
attest to that,
blocked,
honestly, because there was a time in my life that I was going through some of those problems, and that was part of my life that I could say I was having issues with the sacral chakra at the same time, and I was having those physicalities to match those.
See,
100%.
when ATU Network took the vacation over Christmas, I did not feel right because I didn't take my bowls out. I didn't like it.
Fell off,
Yeah,
right?
I did not like it at all. So I can imagine how everybody else felt.
The alignment of the chakras,
And
guys.
It's like I need that every week. I need that.
Yes.
So now the sacral chakra imbalances frequently can actually manifest as emotional, psychological difficulties.
Yes.
Ah,
Yes.
here's some of them: depression, low self-esteem, insecurity, detachment, jealousy, and fear.
Those are the biggies, right? That we usually go through. Those are the big thoughts that go through our head. Like
Yeah.
a movie screen. Fear, depression, anxiety, jealousy. What else is the other one?
I've never been a jealous person.
What's the other ones that you just said?
Jealousy, fear, depression, low self-esteem, insecurity, and
Oh yeah.
detachment.
There you go. Look. Right? Those are the thoughts that zoom right through our head all the time, right? Doom, 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 right?
And that's what happens when it's blocked.
Mm-hmm. And
Yep.
guys, this chakra all these chakras get blocked for everyone. No one is different. No
Well,
one is
sometimes
exact.
they're not blocked. Sometimes they're off balance. Sometimes
Right.
they're blocked. But
Mhm.
sometimes they can become overactive.
That's right.
See, think of it this way. If your sacral chakra was blocked, your root chakra will become overactive.
To compensate.
Right, to compensate. It's overactive. It's got too much energy. The energy flow, your chi is not floating up the way that it should. So when one chakra is blocked, the ones below it are becoming overactive. So it does cause a lot of imbalances. So if you guys want to know about the root chakra, just refer back to last week's show.
Yes, last week's show is all
we
root
did cover the
chakra.
root chakra totally, okay?
Mhm.
So now now we're going to be talking about the overactiveness. Then we're going to give you guys some more tools that you can actually utilize to help you out with this. How are we doing with questions?
I just asked, and I'm going to ask right now, actually.
All right. So an
Technology
overactive
starting.
chakra, when a chakra is overactive, it means that is actually you have too much energy. Just like I just said, there is way too much energy in that chakra and there's nowhere for it to go. Even if another chakra above it's imbalanced, the energy still is not going to be flowing the way,
Very
it
important,
needs
very
to.
important.
And these are why we need to keep everything balanced. You actually may start feeling overwhelmed. There's too much coming at you. You're overwhelmed. You just can't control the emotions of it. This is one of the signs. It's overactive, this particular chakra. So, and that's why we're trying to pinpoint some of the physical and the emotional and sometimes the psychological conditions so you can identify which chakra could be having the particular issue. And in any case, go see a professional, go see someone that knows how to cleanse and balance your chakras,
Yep.
okay? Or just go back to the show, guys, refer to the beginning and keep listening to the balance. Literally you can do it that way as well if it's
And
not
ask,
helping, seek out a
ask
professional.
people, because maybe
Right.
some of you maybe are already seeing like Reiki people for massage or whatever. Ask. Don't be afraid to ask, because anybody who does this type of work likes to help others and do this type of work. Okay, so don't be afraid to ask.
Yeah, not at all. Not
Okay?
at all.
You're a massage therapist, you're a chiropractor, you're even some nurse practitioner. I mean, you never know until you ask. It's very important. If you take such care of your medical side, take care of your holistic side too as well.
Yeah, because
Can't hurt.
it's body, mind, and spirit. You need to
Exactly.
take care of all of it. And what we work on a lot is your spiritual side.
Exactly.
Okay? Now, all those signs of an overactive sacral chakra generally manifest in non-physical ways. Physical symptoms can occur, but it is very rare. For instance, you may experience a persistent sensation of warmth in your lower abdomen when the energy flow through your chakra is excessive. Okay? Almost like, oh my God, I had an accident,
Right?
Yeah, it's like it's a warm flow, so to speak.
How many of
That's
us
not
feel
what we're
like
talking
that
about.
warm gut in our like when we get like we say we get a gut feeling, right?
Yep, nope, totally different than a gut feeling.
Right.
It's like a sensation of warmth. The energy, there's so much energy there that it feels warm. Okay, is
Okay.
what it is. Now, an overactive sacral chakra can also significantly impact your function of reproductive organs, a bladder, a lower back. Among the most common physical ailments are cysts. That's the most common.
The most
So,
common.
right, cysts can come if they're blocked, but cysts can also come if you're overactive.
See,
is
at
what
one
you're
point in my life, when that chakra was blocked, I went through all of those things. And now that I'm not in a relationship and I'm not utilizing any of those types of body parts, I have zero issues now with those things.
Exactly.
It's
Hello, Rebecca.
amazing.
Exactly.
Truly is.
Now, some of the other symptoms you could experience are urinary issues, kidney problems, lower back pain, and again, gynecological problems, because we're talking about your sacral chakra, okay? Now, when your sacral chakra is actually overwhelmed, you may feel yourself overwhelmed as well. You may experience emotions more deeply than normal. Okay, we're not talking about, oh my God, she's got PMS, I so hate that. But no, that's not it.
Right.
Okay, now you could have severe mood swings as well. Mood swings. We talked about this in the beginning about the bipolar, the manic depression. These are the severe mood swings, okay? You can seemingly thrive on conflict and drama. How many people out there know somebody that cannot live without conflict and drama in their life?
And we wonder, how do they put up with this?
Right,
How do
really.
they
See, this is a
deal with themselves?
conflict drama-free zone.
Yes.
We don't do drama or conflict in any way, shape, or form. It is not allowed on the network. This is a safe haven, okay? So, and that
You're
is something
safe,
that
guys,
does
honestly.
happen. Now, oftentimes, an excess of emotions can also lead to poor personal boundaries, making you overly dependent on others and even obsessive. I'm not
Obsessive.
talking about obsessing with, oh my God, look at the leaves
Okay,
of that
Rachel is
bed.
asking about how do you balance your chakras? How would we answer that yet again?
Okay. Now, as far as balancing your chakra, there is the sound healing, which we've done twice, and we're
Yeah.
going to get to some other tools in just a bit. That's going to help you keep those more balanced.
Yes.
We've done the sound healing, which I really do recommend, but there's definitely going to be some other tools coming up as well.
You got it.
Now, some of the non-failing signs, we're talking about the emotional aspects, could come out as anxiety, mania, depression, and believe it or not, arrogance.
Right? 'Cause we're
Arrogance.
talking about, remember,
Right, arrogance.
extremes,
They-
right?
Extremes. They think
Lower
they're just-
self-esteem to
Now we're
arrogance.
talking about arrogant. Oh my God, I'm just like.
Oh, and God's gift to the Instagram. I'm so charming.
Oh wait, I only did 25 selfies today.
Oh,
I did 26 today. I gotta do 30.
Oh my God! I
Sorry, I
got
don't
it
know
for the
what
gram,
I
and for the Twitter, and for the Facebook, and for the Snapchat.
I only update
And for
myself
that-
when my daughter does my hair.
Because I'm just feeling so sexy today.
Right.
I'm just feeling myself.
So
Feeling
now
myself.
we've talked about the pendulums, how to diagnose, like through the pendulums, through the tinctures, you can diagnose that way as well. All the physical and emotional symptoms we talk about is another way to get a general idea of what's going on. Okay, so now we're going to talk to you about some ways to help you now.
Big time.
Okay, these are some other ways besides just the Reiki bowls and sound that can help you with this particular chakra. You can actually balance your chakra through some essential oils.
Essential oils, guys.
Essential oils, not Walmart, Kmart, not those oils.
The real
We're talking
oils.
about therapeutic to medical grade oils, okay?
Okay, not the fake
Those
me
can
out oils.
extremely help you out.
Good. Oh my God, Rachel, you need to start using them. You have the tools right there at your
Yeah,
fingertips.
literally, you have the tools. You just have to know the notes, make sure you're doing it, and you'll get it.
Yeah.
All right, so some of the essential oils that you can utilize is cardamom, clary sage, nura oil, orange, patchouli, rose, sandalwood, and for anybody going through menopause, it's
Oh, yes.
yang ylang.
That one
Okay?
is the bomb.
Spell that one for you. For anybody going through menopause, it's YANG, Yang Ylang. It's extremely beneficial because it's a yin and yang balancer, is just the way it sounds. So it's going to help with that emotional aspect of that to help balance that. So you're
Very
not
important,
either
guys.
over or under on the excessive scale. But guess what else we have for you?
Mm-hmm.
We have herbs.
Right, because again, we're giving you guys all the tools.
All the tools. We have herbs
Personalize
that
it to
can
what
help
works
you
for you.
balance your chakra
My kids
as well.
call my EOs my magic potions. Ah! That's essential oils,
Yeah.
magic potions.
Magic potions.
Right, guys.
That's right. And there's a lot of things that, and again, make sure you guys use the therapeutic or the medical grade. Make sure you know
That's
the
right.
distillery process of all the oils that you're actually purchasing.
Yeah.
Because every particular oil needs to be distilled in a
You don't
certain
want to
way.
spend money on something fake anyways. You
Right.
want to spend your money on the
I'm only
real
warning you
stuff.
because I'm a certified aromatherapist,
Mm-hmm.
and there's particular oils you can't use around pets as well.
And I'm a hereditary witch. My family grows their own herbs, so I want it fresh from the garden.
Speaking of herbs,
Yes.
Okay.
There's so many herbs available
Now-
to us too. So listen up,
there
guys.
are actually herbs and spices that can help you with
Ding
this.
dong.
Okay, cordyceps, fennel, gardenia, licorice, cinnamon, vanilla, cod, sweet paprika, sesame seed, and caraway seed.
Caraway
Also,
seeds.
any orange color food or spice.
Anything.
Not orange sherbet ice
No.
cream.
Sweet potatoes.
Orange colored
carrots.
food and spice.
Tangerines,
It's orange.
oranges. Yes, anything orange. Anything orange.
Right.
Okay, that you can think of. Orange juice, oranges. Oh my goodness, cantaloupe. I already said sweet potato. Geez, I already said carrots.
Yeah, anything orange.
Anything
literally.
orange.
Anything orange will help you out. If it's,
You go,
if it's a
Megan.
spice or a food, it's going to help you do
Yes,
balance.
Yes.
Um,
yes, carrots is a very good important one.
Exactly.
I'm drawing
Yes,
a blank
that's
on
the
it.
one. It's yang and then yalang. The
Yang,
YLANG is after the yang.
Yang Galang.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm thinking what
so
else?
now, crystals.
Yes, see? So what are we building on?
And
We're
our
building on
sponsor
arsenal.
carries crystals.
We're building on an arsenal of things that work. We're not just telling you just do oils, just do herbs, just do crystals, just do the bowls, just do the folks.
We want what we want you guys to do.
No.
Right, what we want you guys to do is we want you
Turmeric is one. So is
turmeric.
saffron. Yes, turmeric is orange.
Yeah.
Saffron is another good
Right,
one.
I don't have a list of all of them. I
Yes.
just have some.
Yeah. Saffron
I
is
made
another
it
one.
ink.
So those of you guys who like the Spanish herbs, Goya, the saffron,
Yep.
the paella seasonings, those orange ones, you go for
It's
it.
saffron or saison.
The Saison is the actual company name, but the saffron is the actual herb that makes it that color. That's
Yeah,
in
my
it.
daughter likes that.
Yeah, it's the
on
saffron.
everything.
Guess what? My family grows saffron. Ding dong. Use saffron. It's orange. Use it. I'm sure we're missing on
Yeah,
that.
turmeric, she said, is yellow.
Yeah, we're probably
Right,
trying to get it too.
that would be the next chakra
Yeah.
we're talking about next week.
Yeah.
Now, some of the crystals you can deal with is orange carnelian.
Bingo.
Okay. Now, orange carnelian is wonderful for healing your sacral chakra. It'll clear and actually heal the chakra, bolster your intuition and give you more accurate gut feelings, and energize you. Actually, a bracelet made with orange and red carnelian stone can activate the sacral chakra and the root chakra. Okay.
Right.
Now, golden or yellow citrine. Citrine is another one. It's a lovely crystal that actually heals the chakra and will help you become more decisive, creative, and energetic. This crystal also heals the solar plexus chakra. Now we're going to get into some golden brown tiger's eye, which, by the way, works on the bottom 3 chakras.
Okay, there you go, guys. Right,
That's
bang
right.
for your buck there.
All right.
One crystal takes care of your bottom 3 chakras.
Right. It's an excellent healing crystal for the sacral chakra. It'll energize you, rev up your sex drive, balance your emotions physically and spiritually, will help you feel more flexible. Tiger's eye is also a wonderful gemstone for your root and your solar plexus as well, which we talked about. Garnet.
Yeah.
We're going to be talking about garnet. Now, garnet is like an orangish red type stone is what it is.
So it can be more orange than red, or it could be more red than orange.
Right,
Depends on the
it
crystal.
depends. It depends whether it's
Yeah.
tumbled, not tumbled,
By the
rough
way,
tumbled.
a
Okay.
little mixture: 1 part saffron, 1 part turmeric to 4 parts water in a spray bottle. You spray it on your face. Works as a setting powder and is the best freshening spray for your skin. And you're welcome. Save yourself tons of money. There's your instant setting spray, and it's the best stuff for your skin. 1 part turmeric to 4 parts water in a spray bottle like this is your very expensive setting spray. You're welcome. Okay.
I don't use makeup, so.
That's what I have in the cabinet there, that spray.
All right, now, garnet is actually wonderful for the sacral chakra. It'll bring your sexuality, creativity, and your artistic talents alive with vengeance.
With a vengeance.
With vengeance. Don't use too much of it. What happens is you can become a bit obsessive and overwhelmed by having too much of one particular thing. In other words, too much is not good.
No.
Okay.
Again, remember the extremes? The extremes.
So, in other words, I do have a garnet stone.
Yes.
I don't wear it. I hold it if I need it, and I put it down.
Yes.
That is something that I just don't.
She utilizes her crystals that way. There's certain
Right.
crystals she holds for channeling, certain crystals she uses for different things, you know, and that's how she is.
The one thing that never leaves me is my green jade.
Never.
Ever.
She needs
I
that
need the green jade.
one. Okay, that's very important.
It's actually one of my birthstones, too.
Yes, it is, yeah.
So, another thing you guys can do is the revolve triangle pose with yoga.
Okay, so those of you guys who'd like to do yoga, some of us can't move and can't do yoga, but you can do the hand mudras like we showed you.
Right.
Right? And then there's also the lam and the vam and the om.
Well, we're
and,
gonna get into those.
yeah, those two, which are great
Yeah.
seed sounds. We're going to show you those in a little bit too.
Right.
So if you can't do the movements of the yoga, you can still do the seed sounds. So wait for
Or
those
you
guys.
can alter things and do chair yoga for those that do have
Yes.
issues. Also, like we said, aromatherapy, sound therapy, meditation is also good. Here's another one, guys. Tai Chi.
Hello, Devin.
Slow movements are really, really good. Tai Chi is an excellent thing for this. And even affirmations, if you're the type that prefer affirmations because it's quite beneficial to you, you can utilize affirmations as well. Some of the affirmations, for examples, that I have is I am creative in all areas of my life, if that's what you feel you need to boost in that particular chakra.
Very important.
I am open to receive all life that has to offer. That's another one that can help. I forgive my part and embrace all the positive moments of the present is another one.
Very important.
I have a healthy state of passion and sexual desire in my life for those that don't have the sexual desire that you feel that you would need.
And by the way, guys, in our lifetime, there's ebbs and flows. So you may have times where you're more sexually interested and other times where you're least sexually interested. It's normal. It's life. Okay?
Yes,
Don't
it
freak.
is.
Okay? Now, if you're going 10 years, then worry about it. And like the doctors will tell you, use it so you don't lose it. But, you know, there again, there is extremes that we got to worry about.
Exactly. So those are some of the
Extremes are not
things.
good.
Those are some of the tools you can utilize. And again, we do have the seed sounds as well, which I think Michelle has those notes.
I do.
Yeah, Michelle has those notes.
It's okay. So we're gonna go the first. The one we're doing today though is the sacral chakra sound.
Right.
That is vam.
So you remember, you want to do the A long. Okay, so it's vam. So, like, say if you're sitting in a meditative state, the correct way to do it would be to start with the root chakra and work your way up to balance them all. That would be lam, vam, ram, yam, ham, om, and silent for the crown. Okay? Those are the ones that would be quite beneficial to you. Okay, so now we're gonna get into a couple of more things here. How are we doing? Any more questions?
Any questions out there, guys? Any questions?
All right.
35.
Now, how many of you out there are having difficulty allowing yourself to become emotionally or sexually intimate?
Me. I'll be the first one to admit it.
Yeah.
I know that chakra is blocked, but it's by choice because I'm not in a relationship. So therefore, I'm a good girl. I just don't give it up.
No, not that way. In other words, say you're in a relationship with someone and you're still having issues with intimacy or the emotional aspect of intimacy.
When I was in a relationship, I had that exact issue.
Right.
That was one of my issues.
That's all part of the sacral chakra. See, now I need my sweater.
So I
Sorry.
very much had that issue. I'm not afraid to tell the
Yeah.
truth. And that was because I was dealing with a lot of past hurts. A
Right.
lot of bad past issues that had very much a lot to do with, this chakra being blocked.
Exactly.
At the time, I was not working on chakras. At the time, I was not working. Remember, I wasn't here every Sunday, if you guys will know.
No, it wasn't her. Stephanie was here with me every Sunday.
That's right.
Right.
And at the time, I didn't know how much I needed my chakras done.
Okay.
True fact.
Now, our sponsors page, just to let you guys know, as Michelle talks a little bit
Yeah.
more about the sexual aspect
So-
of things, I will get over
So,
to
not
that.
unbeknownst to me, when I started working on the chakras, I think every one of my chakras was blocked. I honestly do. I think when we started, I think all of my chakras was blocked. I did not know that my chakras were blocked. I did not know how to open them. I started following along just like you guys started following along. I learned the mudras with you. I learned the mantras. I learned about the chakras. I learned about the seed sounds. Everything. Just like you guys learned, I learned.
Okay.
So you guys know. Like, I learned with you guys. And we're doing this all together. I'm not embarrassed to say things that happened in my life. If you guys need to talk privately about it, that's fine. But just know that you're all in a safe place, and that this stays with us. This is safe. No one's gonna make fun of you. No one's gonna talk crap about you.
Right.
This is a safe place to open up and talk about this, because everyone's goal here today is to help your chakras open up so you live a healthy, content, happy life. Within this body you are gifted this time. Okay? This is what we need to do. This is what we need to give to ourselves, is to make sure our chakras are ready to go. Get our chakras on, everybody.
Okay, so
Right?
anybody that is listening in, if you would like to go see our sponsor, go to facebook.com/coralscrystals
There you
which
go.
is formerly known as Susan Swanbeck ATU. So it's going to Corals, Crystals. Eventually everything will be switched over, just so you guys know. Now, here is another aspect when it comes to sexuality in this. Also, if you could actually have feelings of abuse, hurt, or confusion.
Right?
That's all the signs of it as well. Okay, we're talking about, and again, distrust that you can be loved for being just you.
Gina, I wasn't into anything. I was in the last 6 months of my relationship, there was no contact whatsoever. I literally chose to sleep on the couch. I wanted to. I chose to leave the couple's bed. My bed. I chose. I wasn't interested in any physical contact or intimacy or anything. It was me. Not him. It was me.
Exactly. Okay.
So I understand.
Now, how many people out there feel that they just can't be loved? That's actually a sign that the sacral chakra is blocked.
See that, guys?
Okay.
Look at
All
that.
What about, is anybody out there struggling towards a healthy self-image? How many people feel that you project an unhealthy self-image of yourself?
Right.
It's not what others see, it's what you feel you see, what you're projecting out there for everybody else to see.
I mean, and we all do this, right? At some point in our lives, we pick ourselves up in the morning, we put our war paint on, we pick out our fancy clothes, our suits, or our dresses and our heels, right? We put our purses, our bags together, right? And we go grab our coffee, and we go out to the door, out into the world, right? But do we go out there with our fake facade, right?
I have an example of a fake facade.
Tell us.
Okay. My fake facade in my younger days I would have my leather boots, my leather skirt, my leather jacket, my boot chains, and nobody would come 10 feet near me.
That was her
Because
protection.
that's the way I wanted it.
She chose to have that as a
I chose.
don't touch me kind of
Right,
thing.
in other
Don't come near
words,
me.
get out of my face.
Yep.
That's the way I was.
That's your choice.
That's an unhealthy way, because that's already sending the sign. Do you know how many times I was followed around in a store because I
But she
thought I
made
was going to
herself-
steal some? But that's,
she
I
made-
would never do that.
That's what she made
But
herself
that
look
was
like.
my shield of protection.
Mm-hmm.
My
And we all
shield,
do that.
nobody will hurt me
We leave
again.
our houses fake, with fake makeup, fake outfit, fake everything about ourselves. We put on our shield before we step out that door, and we go to work, and we pretend everything is fine, and it's just a regular normal day, and you're not having hurt feelings, and you didn't just fight with your husband, or you know, whatever it could be.
Here's another one. A string of unsuccessful, unhealthy, toxic relationships.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
How many? I was one of those.
You were actually in a couple. But
Yes, I was.
and this is what happens when your sacral chakra is blocked, because
Ding, 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 ding,
it's
ding.
the same aspect we were talking about earlier about the instant gratification, about individuals that do have issues with addiction of
Absolutely.
any kind, whether it's drugs, alcohol, coffee, crystals, shoes.
Yeah.
It's an addiction is what
Yeah.
we're talking about.
Yeah.
So these particular categories of individuals are more addicted to the any type of relationship, and what happens is they will jump from one toxic relationship to the next, to the
another.
next, to the next, to the next.
Yes.
So
yes.
again, it's a sign
Yes,
of the
it's-
way things are actually progressing. It's their form of the addiction, is what it is.
Exactly.
They're actually addicted to love, of being in love, the thought of love. So rather than taking their time to find the right individual that's right for them, they will go from one toxic relationship to another, to another, to another, to another.
Guilty.
Thinking that every time it's there, they're the ultimate person. They're in ultimate love.
You guys think you
Right.
guys got it bad? Guess what? My second husband was a bank robber. I'm not kidding. My second husband was a bank robber. Robbed a bank. 3 banks, 3 times. Okay?
Yeah, I didn't know that.
I married a bank robber. So you guys know. So I have issues just like everybody else.
I think we all do, but that's what this is about.
I thought
This
I was going
is-
to be his refuge, his sanctuary, the angel.
We all think
in.
we can make somebody they're not.
Right.
But if the individual isn't willing to do the work, they're not going to make the change.
Right?
They
Here I
have
am
to,
now,
be willing to
happy.
do the work. Now, okay, when your sacral chakra is actually opened, okay, please excuse me, I'm burping up coffee. You actually have a strong sense of your sexuality, recognize it as one of your most powerful aspects of yourself, and also have a numerous amount of creative energy.
Right.
You create a healthy sexual experience with others that honor you. You enjoy pleasure in many different ways in your life, not just sexually. Okay?
Okay.
Pleasures, many. Like when I'm creating something new, I enjoy it. I love it. I have to run right over and look at this.
She feels satisfied with
Yes.
what she
It's
created.
just, it brings a numerous sense of joy. And
Yes.
literally, that's what it is.
And how
guys.
many of us feel that way? It's like a satisfaction that we've done it and created something. How many of you guys are bakers, and when you pull that bread out of the oven, right, that gives you that satisfaction that it's perfect, right? Cooks, people that do any hobbies, even those that play video games, when you beat those levels, right? Damn, doesn't it feel good? Feels good, right? It's not an orgasm, but it feels good. Definitely, right? It doesn't feel bad.
No,
feels
it actually
good.
doesn't.
So that's why we do it, right? Are we enabling ourselves? Or are we just feeding our pleasure principles? Or are we enablers? We enable other people.
Now, for those that do work with runes, there are certain runes that actually can benefit the chakras as well. These particular symbols would have to be utilized on the individual.
Okay.
So this is some things I share, some things I don't.
Okay.
Okay. So there's particular runes that can help you, and with this particular one, we're talking about Feyu.
Feyu.
The rune Feyu is really beneficial. When you work with runes and you use runes to balance your chakra, you start with the second chakra.
Okay.
You never start with the root, you start with the second. And you start with the second, work up, and end with the root. Okay, runes are slightly different.
That is different.
Okay, so I will give you the Feyu symbol.
Okay.
Okay, so basically what you're doing is you're creating almost like an F, so to speak. So,
Everyone, just real quick. That's actually Larry Bird of the Boston Celtics.
Bird is a word. I say the bird. Larry Bird was the best basketball player the Celtics ever had. I don't care who says what.
We're hometown girls, okay?
Right. So this is Feyu.
Alright, I didn't see what was going on in the chat, but...
Feyu.
Okay. Oh, yes. My husband eventually became was an addict, is an addict. Okay? That is Larry Bird. Yes, okay, I'm trying to answer the questions.
Alright,
okay.
who was what?
They're asking...
Whose husband was an addict?
Mine. I cannot... Why did that not come up on Restream?
What?
What Gina was saying in the chat.
I don't have Gina on here at all.
That's weird.
Yep.
That is very weird. Okay, but that's all. I hope I answered your question. Yes, turns out my second husband was an addict. He had been 10 years clean, and then, boom, he married me, boom, he became an addict. Go figure, right? Again. Yep. He had spent 20-something years in jail for the robberies of the bank.
Well,
they want to know. Okay, I don't hide anything. That's why I'm not with him.
I do. I hide a lot. Like the stone that just rolled over here. It's with it. I could have sworn I just seen a little crystal
He
bead.
said, is that George, like George Washington?
No, that's Larry Bird.
Yes, that's Larry Bird.
Larry Bird
George
from the
Washington.
Boston Celtics. When he stopped, I stopped watching basketball. That's the truth.
A lot of people, that's what happened, because, I mean, he was just amazing.
Yeah, he really was.
He was amazing. The best player the Celtics ever had.
Larry Bird.
Ever.
Okay.
That's amazing.
So,
okay.
That is the entire sacral chakra, guys. The entire one.
You know, there's a lot of more things we can talk about. There's a lot more questions we can always get. You can always ask us. Shoot us a text. Shoot us a message. Shoot us an email at a2network@gmail.com. We're always available on A2 Girls, A2 Network, the link in your note. There's a lot of ways to find us on Instagram, on Snapchat, on Twitter. We're on all of your social media platforms. And again, we're hometown girls. We're from Boston, Massachusetts. So Red Sox, Bruins, Celtics, and the Pats. Go Patriots! All right, so that's an homage to Larry Bird of the Celtics.
Yeah. Actually, Larry Bird was my favorite player of all time. Michelle did not know,
right,
that I actually did used to watch basketball. I used to watch Larry Bird. I haven't watched it since he quit. So when she moved in, she goes, I said, oh my God, Larry Bird.
Yep.
She knew I watched basketball from that point. So it's been up in my room ever since.
And go figure, we have to be besties, right? Because I love Larry Bird and she loves Larry Bird, right? Awesome. I mean, we have like the weirdest things too, like in common. It's just strange. We just have the same weird things in common. I can't even. You need a whole other show to go into it, but we have like the strangest things in common.
We really do. Sorry, I'm just putting away the poses.
I'm drawing a blank on what they are, but we do. We have to put like the same toppings on things sometimes. Like it's just strange things, but we
No, that's easy. You're diabetic, low blood sugar, and I like to bake. So
yeah,
there you go.
which works. Okay.
Works for me. You know, I love the network, and we're both very comfortable with our positions. And here's the thing, guys. My husband made a promise to me. He said he can't promise me money. He can't promise me wealth or riches. But he can promise me that he would make me laugh every single day. So when he passed, Michelle kind of came into my life, and I've been laughing still ever since.
Aww.
So
Best thing ever happened was getting my bestie. Like, I found my true bestie. We had to have been together in a past life and everything too. That is for a fact. We had to have been. It's very weird, but we truly believe that. Just like we know for a fact that Buddha, my dog, had to have been trampled by
I swear to God, he was trampled by horses. Every time there's a horse on a TV, he has a conniption fit.
Oh my God, it's awful. It could be cartoon. I'm like, thing is, how the heck does he even know it's a horse? He has never been around a live horse, ever. And it's like he freaks out. I have no idea how he even knows. I don't know how. So past life stuff is, it's pretty interesting.
Alright, so tomorrow.
That's right.
Tomorrow night, we are actually teaching you about the benefits of crystals.
Talking more
There
about crystal
are
energy.
several different crystals, and I literally have 287 pages worth of the properties of particular crystals and why they actually benefit you.
We get questions
right
all the time.
down to what signs they work with.
Exactly, because we sell crystals all the time. The biggest question we get is, what is it good for? What does it do? What are the uses for it? Why should I buy it? What's it going to do for me? What's going to happen if I use this? So we're going to try to answer as many of those questions as possible tomorrow. As many of the crystals that we could possibly get to. So tomorrow is the day, guys. If you have questions about any of your crystals you have at home, shoot us the pictures. Send us what they are, because we are going to be able to identify them for you tomorrow, okay? We'll be able to tell you what they are.
Sure, Michelle!
Oh, I'm done. This is going to be fantastic. Get those pictures ready. Send us to them tomorrow, because tomorrow is going to be that day. We're going to do crystal identification, the who's, the what's, the why's, and all that stuff. So it's going to be fantastic, okay? Definitely fantastic. So get those crystals ready. All those questions that you want answered about crystals, we're going to be here for you tomorrow.
I feel better. I can't wear my bracelets when I do this stuff. Yeah, I'm a bracelet hog.
All right, so you have those strange crystals that you're not sure? Like, you don't know what this is, you don't know what that, maybe you bought it like 10 years ago and you don't remember what it's called anymore? Shoot us a picture! Shoot us a picture so we can tell you what it is. There's so many more new types of crystals in the world right now.
Here we go.
The earth and Mother Nature has so much new bling bling.
Yeah, speaking of bling bling.
Lots of new bling bling.
I got my bling bling.
So tomorrow night from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern Time.
That's right.
It's going to be the time, guys. So get those pictures ready. Send us all those infos. Send us all those pics. We want to help you guys out. We're going to talk about as many crystals as we possibly can. If we don't get to your crystal even on the show, we will shoot you a message back to your picture and let you know what it is and what it's good for.
Oh, that
tomorrow is the day for this, guys.
There is someone I forgot to send the descriptions to.
What's going on?
I forgot to send someone the description.
Oh, well, tomorrow is going to be the day for it, that's for sure, guys. So you know what? Send it out to all your friends. Share, follow, like, subscribe. Send it to Twitter. Send it to Facebook. Send it to Instagram. Send it to Snapchat. Send it everywhere, guys, because you know what? That's the number one thing that we get questions about every single day.
You know what I've noticed?
What?
Before the show even ends, once I'm done with the bowls, I put them away and look what comes out.
The crystals.
All my jewelry making stuff.
Of course.
Literally comes right back out on my desk.
You're all set, ready to go.
Yep, I'm all
She's all set, ready to create. Okay, that's what we were talking about, right?
Because in case I get inspired, I want everything right here.
What were we just talking about, guys, right?
Yeah.
The creativity that goes with the number 2 chakra, the sacral chakra, the orange chakra.
Yeah.
Okay? Listen, show them your bracelets and what you felt naked without having them on.
Okay, this is the charm bracelet I make.
She felt naked.
Yeah, this
Look
is,
at the carnelian.
hold on. It's kind of backwards
Is that
here.
the jasper or is that carnelian?
No, this is the carnelian.
And
Hold
that's
on.
that's actually good for the 2 chakras.
Yeah, this is, hold on. There we go. This is the charm bracelet. That's got carnelian on it. I make those, and then I make these.
Check that
As
out,
well
guys.
as the other one that she has over there.
So she
This is
feels
fluorite.
amazing without
That's
the
carnelian and citrine. And of course I got my chakra balancing.
Check it out, guys.
I got my stabilization bracelets, my jade, which I don't leave home without
We
it.
take this stuff for real, guys.
Yeah.
We take this stuff serious.
Don't
we
forget-
live, we breathe, we eat, sleep,
Green
and poop it.
adventurine and my wrapped cage over here.
Yep, not to
Yeah.
not to forget too, guys, our crystal infused red supermoon water. Hello, clear all those energies out, guys. My chakra's now clean. I want to keep it that way. I want to keep it that
Yeah.
way. Let's see. Let's see if my throat chakra is still. Probably, maybe not. Talked about a lot of stuff today.
Yeah, we did, and right now I'm pulling everything out just in case I get inspired, because I got some nice blue lace angate I want to wrap up.
Show me the spin on my throat chakra. Hey, look at this.
Slow.
But it's moving. It wasn't moving before.
Yeah, you need to do something there, dear.
I do, but you know what? It wasn't moving at all before. I'm cracking that sucker open like a nut. Ha ha! I know I got more work to do. And there's a lot of things I need to say to my 96-year-old grandmother, who is not going to be with us for that much longer. I can only imagine. I wish I could have another 96 years with her. But she's 96. So there's a lot of things I need to say more to her. So
Right.
there's a lot of things there too. So, and of course, I love when she says I love you. And that's the thing too, guys. Say I love you. Say I love you to everyone. Doesn't matter.
Literally to everybody.
Yes.
Say I love you, give them a hug, give them a kiss.
It's you never.
Literally, let
never
everybody know. No, you
Yep.
don't know. Alright guys, this is it for tonight. Alright?
Thank you guys so much for joining us. We really appreciate your attendance today. Tomorrow, like I said, we'll be on from 6 to 8 Eastern Time. We're doing a crystal identification tomorrow night. We really
And then
appreciate you.
tomorrow night after that, we're going right into crystal sales.
Crystal
On the
sales.
sponsors page.
90 seconds.
90 seconds left, guys. Peace out. I hope you enjoyed yourself. And stay tuned. We'll see you tomorrow.
Peace out, guys.
Unknown with Susan Smartback and Michelle Sullivan here on the ATV Network. For more information on upcoming shows and markets, be sure to follow us on Facebook and on the web at awakeningtheunknown.wixsite.com. Which we are done by Twin Brain Testing.
Peace out, peeps.
Bye, guys.